Welcome back, my 3D crew. How y'all feeling, man? So today, y'all, we doing another reaction video, and this time we are doing 2022 Steph Curry's legendary championship run. So like I told y'all, I want to keep doing reaction videos. Man, I watch so many fucking YouTube videos a day and a lot of sports. I don't cover sports on my channel, so I figured this is my best way to get out my sports fan into y'all to see exactly what y'all like. But we do another reaction video, y'all. Steph Curry playoff run. So let's get right into it, man. I don't even want to talk to y'all.
At what point did you realize he was one of those guys? One of the all-time greats who revolutionized the sport, becoming part of the elite group of players we call legends. Someone make the case that it happened in 2016 after capturing the first unanimous MVP in NBA history. Others would say it was after leading a dynasty to three.
Hey, low key, y'all. I still feel like him getting the unanimous MVP was a shade to like Shaq and LeBron because Shaq should have got it in like '01. I think he lost it by one vote. And then LeBron had lost it in 2013 by one vote, y'all. Like one vote. I thought that's the craziest shit. But then Steph get it like what, 3 years after LeBron? I feel like that's like a slight to them. They should have damn near been the first ones, bro. Maybe even Jordan back in the days. I don't really know Jordan's MVP count when it comes to the actual votes, but I know Shaq was one vote off of being unanimous, and I know LeBron was one vote off of being unanimous. So
Championship for years. But what you often hear is that Steph undeniably cemented himself as one of those guys after what he did in 2022 playoff runs. We saw a version of Curry that we'd never seen before, as he single-handedly willed the Warriors to a title. He sent teams to bed, delivered a legacy-defining finals performance, and launched a barrage of three-pointers that silenced any doubt around his greatness.
that's a fact,
Steph's
man.
2022 playoff run was a masterpiece, one worthy of a legend.
What a
Say, what do you
time.
think about when you shoot?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Hey, nasty playoff run, man.
The
Nasty
Warriors are
playoff run.
down 1 to the Toronto Raptors with 9.6 seconds left in Game 6 of the 2019 NBA Finals. On their hunt for the three-peat, injuries had taken Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant out of this critical possession to force a Game 7, leaving just one man up to the task.
An NBA championship on the line. Iguodala throws it to Green, who catches it. Back to Curry, puts up a three.
Curry missed the three, Toronto won the championship, and the Warriors' hopes for another title went into a free fall.
Hey, y'all. So when it comes to this championship, I was one of the people. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was so happy these motherfuckers lost. From me being a LeBron fan and watching them beat up on LeBron for all those years when they got KD and shit, y'all, watching them win or watching them lose in 2019 was like the best feeling. Like at the time, it was the greatest feeling, y'all. I was so happy they didn't get a three-peat.
Less than a month later, KD went off to Brooklyn in free agency. It was announced that Klay would be sidelined with a torn ACL for the entire 2020 season, and just 4 games in, Steph broke his hand and his season was over. After a memorable 5-year stretch where they won 3 titles in 4 years and offered us countless iconic moments, the message from the basketball gods was loud and clear. Golden State's reign over the NBA was done. In fact, they took it one step further. Just weeks out from making his long-awaited return for the 2021 season, Klay suffered a devastating Achilles tear that would sideline him for another year. An absolutely gut-wrenching moment for the franchise. But the one bright spot in all of this is that the baby-faced assassin was about to go on a killing spree.
Curry way downtown. Bang! Steph Curry from just looking Steph.
This man broke the
Another
NBA
three. Got it!
and 2K.
Curry, three-pointer, that's good. Steph Curry with another three goal. Scores it! Steph! Oh, how did Steph make that? He's trying to draw another foul, and it goes in! Oh, how about
See?
Curry, another three, puts it in. Back to back.
The game has been broken. This man is a walking cheat code.
Hey, shit like this, y'all, is the reason I stopped playing 2K. Once this motherfucker start doing this shit in real life, this just translated to 2K beautifully. And every team you played against was going to shoot 53s a quarter. It was the worst shit in the world, y'all. So I stopped playing 2K because of this motherfucker.
In a season that many argue was up to par or better than his 2016 campaign, Curry averaged 32 a night on god-tier efficiency, finished third in MVP voting, but they lost in the play-in game to the Memphis Grizzlies. Curry took them as far as humanly possible, and now 3 years removed from his last title, the media doubted his ability to carry a team back to the mountaintop. They
I
said
was
it
one
was
of them, y'all.
over. The noise
Thought
was
it was-
loud after that loss to Memphis, but deep down, Steph knew it wasn't over just yet.
Back, bottle this up, everybody make the right strides, take advantage of the summer, and you don't want to see us next year.
Deadly words, man. Hey, one thing, some of these NBA players, they literally be calling shit. Like, I don't know if y'all remember in like 2011, the 2010, 2011 season, D Rose was like literally telling y'all before the season, like, why can't I win MVP? Why can't I be the one? And then literally went out and did it. And then Steph saying this shit and going out and do it was some of the coldest shit ever.
Curry's message to the NBA as the Warriors came out with a flaming hot 18-2 record to start the season. It was magical. The dub among championship favorites, Steph was in the MVP conversation once again, and as the calendar flipped to December, he was on the cusp of something he'd been chasing his entire career. On December 14th, 2021, Steph was entering Madison Square Garden, just 2 3-pointers away from breaking the NBA's all-time three-point record. And it took him no time to make history.
I can't even remember. Curry went to try. Oh, and there it is, right away. He is tied Ray. Guarding it from the start, Wiggins again. Here's Curry for the record. It's good. There it is. Stephen Curry, the all-time three-point king in the NBA. Three-pointer number 2974. The man who changed the game. The igniter of the three-point revolution in the NBA.
I'm such a basketball fan. Like earlier, how I told you I'm a LeBron fan, and I used to hate when the Warriors used to beat Cavs. So I used to want to see Steph and them lose. I'm such a fan of the game that once everything started going bad for Steph, I really wanted to see this man do well. Like it got to the point where like Steph kept getting hurt, and then Curry got hurt when he broke his hand. In this season, I was legit rooting for these people. Like I was rooting on my Suns, number one, but then we lost to the Mavs. I was rooting for the Warriors 100%. I wanted to like people. I wanted Steph to prove people wrong. Like I don't need KD to win. I can win without KD. And I was 100% rooting for Steph this whole season, y'all. It was crazy.
And now it's alone at the top.
The greatest shooter ever. Officially. We knew Steph was the GOAT shooter for a while, but now he was immortalized as the three-point king of the NBA. The Chef's record-breaking night gave the Warriors a boost, and as Klay returned halfway through the season, he kicked it into overdrive, and it was smooth sailing from that point forward. Until it wasn't. In a potential finals matchup against the Boston Celtics just weeks out from the start of the playoffs, Marcus Smart dives for a loose ball and lands directly on Curry's left ankle. And it was bad. He'd leave the game and was diagnosed with a left foot sprain, putting him out for the final 12 games of the regular season.
I remember
Thankfully,
this.
Golden State finished the year strong and snagged the third seed in the West. But the health of their MVP was worrisome, especially headed into a first-round matchup against the MVP. Headed into round one, the Warriors got some good news. Steph was good to go. Well, sort of. He'd be coming off the bench for the splash homie, Jordan Poole, and it proved to be a deadly tag team duo. The Dubs clobbered Denver by 16, Steph shook off some rust, and he got rolling in Game 2.
And Curry. Got out of the gate fast, went for 12. Curry, a little step back on Curry. Curry all the way. The steal and the layup. And a shimmy under the goal. Curry
People questioning Steve Kerr when this happened. Like in live time, when he told the world that Steph's gonna come off the bench behind Jordan Poole, the world was not rocking with that. They was like, Steve Kerr can't coach. He needs to be fired. Like it was so much shit going on. And not even just the media, just like even people that I know, like, just social media in general was just like on fire. Like, he gonna bring Steph off the bench, but clearly Steve Kerr knew what he was
A filthy layup in traffic and a fake that had JaMychal Green spinning before draining the step back three for the and one. He is ecstatic to be back in the playoffs. The chef fried the Nuggets for 34 and they go up 2-0. In game 3, six-man Steph poured in 27 at altitude. They squeezed out a 5-point win to go up 3-0. And in game 4, he went stupid. 33 points, 8 assists, and 4 steals for his second 30-piece off the bench. And in a nutty 15-point fourth quarter, he did this.
Now Ralph Curry with the double. Got it! 4 on the floor for Steph.
Four on the floor for Steph with a cold-ass celebration. Denver ended up winning that game, but I don't even care. That was tough. Inserted back into the starting lineup in Game 5, Steph went nuts for 35 and 5, including a dominant 11-point fourth quarter. With no bucket more clutch than this lefty scoop layup to push the lead to 5, putting Denver in the MVP to bed. Night, night.
crazy times, man.
You don't want to see it next year. Those were the words uttered by Steph after Memphis sent them home last season. 1 year later, in the addition of a Splash Bro, that statement was heard loud and clear. Game 1 was a dogfight that went down to the wire, and with the Grizzlies up 2 with less than 40 seconds left, Clay comes off a screen, fakes, fires, and buries the go-ahead 3. Steph knew it was good before it even went in. The Dubs steal Game 1 on the road, and he let the young Grizzly hear it. As Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. stand under the hoop stunned, Curry comes up to them with a huge smile on his face, saying,
"Come on, hell, fellas. Come on. Come on. I know.
Steph is a psycho, but his taunting didn't age well in the short term. In Game 2, Ja went full guns a-blazing, erupting for 47, 8-8 in a 5-point win to tie the series at 1. And he gets a little payback. After the buzzer sounds, he walks by Steph telling him, "We're about to have some fun." Obviously, that was in reference to what Curry said at the end of Game 1. But, I mean, come on, man. This is Wardell Stephen Curry. In a Game 3 response, 30 went for 30 as they obliterated Memphis by 30. It was poetic. And in Game 4, with an opportunity to go up 3-1, Curry surprisingly came out flat. For 3 quarters, he had just 14 points on a rough 6 of 18 shooting with the Dubs down 7. So, feeling the weight of the moment, Steph came out in the 4th looking for blood. He scoops home an and one lay to cut the lead to 5, comes off a pick and lasers a catch and shoot 3. He then loses Dylan Brooks and bombs a 3. The Memphis lead is just 1. He finds space and fades for the tough midi over 2 defenders. Tie game. At the 45-second mark, he knocks down 2 free throws to give Golden State their first lead of the night, and they never looked back. Steph delivered in the clutch with a monster 18-point fourth quarter. Golden State goes up 3-1.
Hey, this was supposed to be up next. There's one of those young teams that was like taking off so early that they should have been up next. It should have been them, Minnesota, and OKC. Like right now, in 2025, OKC just won the championship. But those should have been the 3 best teams in the West. But Memphis just had that season after the Lakers beat them. They just fell off. I don't know what the fuck happened. And now Brooks is on my Phoenix Suns. Like, I don't know, bro. But they should have been up next, definitely.
Game chance to close it out, though, was a nightmare. They got annihilated by 39 on the road, setting up a Game 6 back in the Bay, and it was a Splash Bro classic. Game 6 Clay made his long-awaited return, exploding for 30 points and 8 threes, while Steph tagged on 27 points, 7 boards, 5 dimes, and 6 triples, including a tough step-back corner 3 to book a ticket to the Western Conference Finals. Night.
This should have been against my Phoenix Suns, but they dropped the ball so
A
heavy.
Slovenian monster was the only thing standing between the Warriors and a return to the NBA Finals. And considering this dude just embarrassed the NBA's #1 seed in the second round, they were about to have their hands full. However, in Game 1, that wasn't the case. With 7 players scoring in double digits, the Dubs massacred Dallas by 25. But Game 2 was showtime.
See, I just told you that I'm a Suns fan. So, like, I was already rooting for Steph if it wasn't my Suns. But Dallas beating the shit out of my Suns and then the Warriors going against them was more than enough ammo I needed to 100% root for Steph and root for the Warriors. This was the first year in my life I ever rooted for the Warriors to win something. Like, I was die hard rooting for the Warriors to win the whole thing. I was like, I want to see somebody else win. I want to see Curry do it. So this was the first time I actually went and rooted for Curry, especially since he went against a team that beat the shit out of my Suns. So
it was an all between Luka and Steph as these offensive juggernauts went back and forth at each other with some of the toughest shot making you'll ever see. The Don showed out for a light 42, but it was the chef who served up at the right time.
But see how they rotated him to pick up Looney.
Curry through traffic. Caught it with a foul. 22. Curry 3 rising fire. And his signature put the kids to bed.
A tough and one on Luka into a pump fake sidestep 3 for the dagger to seal the Game 2 win, an early series night. A sign of what was to come. After dropping 32 in Game 2, Curry put his team on the cusp of a 3-0 series lead, and the Human Torch wasn't going to let that opportunity slide.
Over Bullock, Curry 3. Wow, he took that from Looney.
3. Steph got it. Oh, what a shot.
He's out there to make shots. Curry at 3.
Bullseye.
the no-look threes is always going to be crazy to me.
In an absolute shooting clinic, Steph rained down bomb after no-look bomb for 31, 5, and 11 in the win. It's not fair. Dallas managed to snag one at home in Game 4 before Steph and the Warriors sent them packing with a gentleman's sweep on home court. Golden State is headed back to the NBA Finals, and to no surprise, Curry is named the Western Conference Finals MVP. But don't let that smile fool you. He wanted more. The killer inside of him wanted much, much more.
It's late, man. It's
3 years after their last appearance, 2 years after having the worst record in the NBA, 1 year after missing the playoffs, the Warriors are back in the NBA Finals again.
I don't know if I'm like getting old and like just reminisce a lot, but I promise y'all, I feel like this was the last good finals. But before this one, the last good finals was like 2016. But I don't know if I'm really liking the finals nowadays because it'd be like a lot of young teams in there and players that we ain't really like truly gravitate to. Like, look how long Steph been around. Like, even when LeBron went to like 8 straight finals, we was loving it and the ratings was up because we've been seeing LeBron forever, you know? So it's like seeing these star players in the finals is always going to bring better ratings as opposed to us watching the Nuggets versus the Heat, two teams that we just don't really care about, you know? Like, even my Suns against the Bucks that year, I watched it, of course, but it wasn't like super duper entertaining. It was cool, but you know, this was more entertaining. So I don't know, man. Maybe I'm.
Since the story is desperate for a championship, but not as desperate as one man. And the first quarter of Game 1 made that very clear.
Steph Curry missing his first 3. 3 lows. They leave Curry all alone. And that's Lee behind the screen. A bunch of shooters and scorers. Williams looks at that 3, and he laces it out the quarter screen. Somebody throw water on Steph Curry. Curry behind the screen. Oh, they lost him again. And he makes the pay. He's hotter than fish grease.
The dude was back like he never left, unleashing a Curry flurry with a 21.63 first quarter. Steph was back. The Warriors were back. But Boston didn't give a damn. After weathering the flurry, they caught fire in the fourth to walk away with a shocking Game 1 win on the road. But
This
Game
shocked me
2
too.
wasn't much of a shock. Steph and the Warriors answered with a dominant performance to win by 19 and tie the series at 1, headed to Boston. Game 3 in one of the most hostile environments in the NBA was a real test for these Warriors, as they found themselves down 12 at the end of the first half. Sensing the game slipping away, Steph hopped in the driver's seat in the third quarter and hit the gas. A quick pop shot right wing three, a wet top of the key triple, a smooth pullback mid-ranger, a 30-foot missile plus the foul. Yup, count 'em up, Steph. And another three to cap off a dazzling 15-point third quarter to cut the lead to 4. It was legendary stuff. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough as the Celtics pulled away late, and with 4 minutes to go in the fourth, it got worse. On a scramble for a loose ball, Al Horford dives on the floor and lands right on Curry's left ankle, the same one Marcus Smart had landed on late in the regular season that had Steph out for over 12 games.
Hey, the Celtics had it like this, man. You telling me he got injured twice on the same ankle by 2 different Celtics players? They real life was out for this man. Like, I get wanting to win a championship, but I wouldn't want to win a championship if it don't feel legit. Like, if I got to injure y'all star player for us to get the win, I'm gonna forever hear that. Like, oh, y'all only beat them because the Steph, I don't want to hear that. Because Steph didn't play, I won. Nah. Like, we beat them fair and square because Steph was there. That's what I want.
He's clearly very shaken up, screaming in pain and wincing as he gets up. Minutes later, he subs out of the game and sits on the bench with a towel on top of his head. This doesn't look good.
That was
Steph Curry is laying down.
That was psycho.
Curry is limping right now. He's upset.
So we sitting there.
Hey, I think these newer players are they missing that like villain arc when it comes to certain things. Like in my last review, y'all know how I watched the 2016 playoff run and they said to LeBron, Clay said you got your feelings hurt, and LeBron did that maniacal ass laugh, and then they just burnt up and they ended up winning the whole thing. Steph doing shit like this, right? Like him on the bench, he just got hurt. He on the bench and he's like laughing as they losing. That's like a sign that we gonna fuck y'all up. And I don't think a lot of these new players. No, Shea did it a little bit. Like they got blown out by like 30 this year in the playoffs, and then he just like smiled or whatever. So I mean, I guess they kind of picking up, but I feel like a lot of these old players do little shit like that make them be like, all right, cool. We know it's time.
And he just like enjoy y'all last win. That was game 3. I was just like, like us? Like it's 2-1. Like, what you mean? Like I'm sitting here like this. Man, what size am I? Like, I need my ring size. Yeah, nah.
Curry, another long distance shot. It's good. Steph Curry. White closes out. Curry drives. High off the bucket. Curry launches a three.
And Derek White had hair and shit. All this fuck. Look, Derek White got hair. That man got a single strand of hair on his head now.
Steph Curry from way downtown. He's furious. There was contact there. Back to Curry. Step back. 3-pointer. Steph Curry drills the three. That's a 6-point Warriors lead. Timeout Boston.
Fucking Boston up.
In a game that can only be described as the defining moment of his entire career, Steph Curry put on a show for the ages. Down 2-1 in the series, behind enemy lines, in what may very well be his last gasp at a championship, the man single-handedly willed his team to victory with a 43-point masterpiece. The emotion and intensity Steph displayed was atypical. You don't see him act in this fashion too often. He was playing with the desperation of a man who knew this moment may never come again. He truly tapped into a zone that only the greats can reach. It was the performance of a lifetime.
My man's
After
was
his
fighting for
Game
his
4
fucking
carry
life.
job, Steph was out of gas in Game 5. But thankfully, Wiggins, Clay, and Poole were there to pick up the slack to close out a crucial Game 5 win at home to get themselves within one win of a championship.
I remember how cold Jordan Poole used to be. Like this whole entire run was damn near because of him too. Like I know we like always big up Steph, Draymond, and Clay, but I promise y'all, without Jordan Poole, this shit would not be possible. That man picked up so much of the slack when Clay had off nights or when Curry had off nights. Jordan Poole really was there for that, bro.
Back in Boston for Game 6, the Warriors were shot out of a cannon as they went on a blistering 21-0 run through the first and second quarter, allowing them to enter halftime up 15, with Steph about to make his impact on this game. In the third, he gets 2 C's to fly by, and he rips the cord on a buttery six-step triple. Moments later, he does the same to the Defensive Player of the Year for a stupidly deep look-away 3. A turnaround triple in a closeout game in the finals is psychotic. But I mean, I guess I can't be too surprised. It's Stephen Curry.
Fucking psycho.
Green, Curry along three. That's good! Steph Curry from way downtown! Some Curry chaos here on the third. It's the largest lead of the game.
A 30-foot snipe from 30, and then he tells the crowd to give him his ring. The balls to do this in the third quarter is a joke. I mean, he can't even believe what he just did. Despite Steph wanting to end the game right then and there, he made one final statement. In a dominant fourth quarter, he lined up the seams one last time as he put the finishing touches on a career-defining season. One that saw him shatter the three-point record, be named one of the greatest players in the history of the game, and deliver a finals performance that will never be forgotten, while silencing all doubt around his greatness with a symbolic corner 3 that cemented him as a legend. Night, night.
At 6'2", he's extremely small for the NBA shooting guard position. Can overshoot and rush into shots. Not a great finisher around the basket due to his size and physical attributes. Needs to add some muscle to his upper body, but appears as though he'll always be skinny.
It's actually kind of funny listening to these star players draft comparisons and the stuff that the analysts said about them during the drafts or before the draft. And then like they just really go out and just surpass all the expectations they had. Like Steph Curry was literally too small. He fell to the 7th pick because teams just didn't believe in him. Minnesota literally picked 2 guards back to back, Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio, 2 back-to-back picks before Steph. Like that shit is crazy to me. And now looking back, I guarantee they mad they didn't pick.
Do not rely on him to run me. That was the draft report on Stephen Curry.
What are they gonna say now? What are they gonna say now?
Hey, one thing I'm mad about with that saying right there is he said that after beating the Celtics. The Celtics won 2 years later, and then Tatum is saying that same thing. What are they gonna say now? That's not your line, bro. That was used against you when you lost. Why are you using a line that was used against you? Like, those are not your lines, bro. Like, that became Steph. What they gonna say now? And he was saying that literally because people were saying without KD, they would never win a championship again. Now my man's like, fuck they gonna say now? And he got his finals MVP. Like, I was so happy for this man, y'all. But now that's just me being old. I was happy for the ops. Like he was an op to me for years. And I was just happy to see him win, man.
And that'll do it. The Golden State Warriors return to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA world. The 4th title in 8 years. But Dub's dynasty is still very much alive. He's a 4-time NBA champion, a 2-time league MVP, a member of our 75th anniversary team, and for the first time ever, an NBA Finals MVP. The 2022 Bill Russell NBA Finals MVP award goes to Stephen Curry.
That was a fire video, man. It always bring back the nostalgia of the times that we went through, man. Like that to me, that was like a really good season. The NBA 75th, the All-Star game that year was lit. It was in Cleveland. It was just that year was like probably one of the last really good years of NBA basketball to me. And like the years after was, I mean, the season's always gonna be good, but just that run was legendary, man. I feel like I won't see that again until like unless LeBron win a championship or like Steph win another one. I don't feel like I'm gonna get a season where I feel like, damn, this season was like really fire. But this video is fire. I like this. Once again, this is from the same guy you watched the last video from, the post 2K guy. He makes some fire videos, and there's a few that I still haven't watched, and I might live stream those, and might give you a reaction video just for those videos too, because he got some shit, y'all. And if you see how well he put these together, like I said, I'm gonna put this link in the bio, of course, so y'all can go through and watch a few of these. Like this just bring back times that you really forget how good seasons were of basketball, or you really forget how good a player was during whatever season, the MVP season and all of that. And man, hey, good ass video, bro. But I was proud of Steph. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like his time might be over now, even with Jimmy. But this was definitely Steph's best season. And I do still feel like he got cheated out of the 2015. That's that's a whole other story. But Steph should have at least two finals MVPs. I don't give a fuck. Like this should not have been his first one. His fourth championship should not have been his first finals MVP. This should have been his second. He wasn't gonna beat Durant out, but he should have won 2015. Like they really gave it to Andre Iguodala because my man held LeBron to 39, 10, and 12. Like my man's, I don't know, bro. But whatever. But anyway, if y'all like these reaction videos, then please make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the videos, leave comments, share the videos, of course. And I do want to give y'all a few reaction videos weekly. You know what it is, man. Until next time.
You know who we are. Yeah, yeah.
Everything is chrome in the future.
Yeah. When we in the building, bitch, you know who we are.